What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. We're going to be taking a look at my alternate free-to-play account. Yes, this is not my regular account you guys see on the regular on the channel, and talking about some of the decisions that I made in terms of teams to prioritize and characters to prioritize, and what you might want to do if you care about the competitive scene in Dragon Ball Legends and you want to just kind of future-proof your account and build out a few really good teams and go from there. So anyways, that's the purpose of today's video. And if you guys did not see basically part one of this, I went over and I'll leave it down below for you guys. I went through all the permanent Zenkai characters and which ones you guys should be daily pulling on, well, daily, what your priority should be, because they have daily summons. If you didn't know, you can daily summon on Zenkai banners on their returns, but other than that, there's about a handful of them that are now permanent, like Red Goku, Blue Super Saiyan Blue Goku, that's a mouthful, and on top of that though, other characters like Blue and Green Broly Zenkai, like things like that. So I have that video, you guys should check it out, link is down below. Again, this is effectively part two, even though I planned this video like a month ago, so whatever. Okay, so we're taking a look at my teams and we're gonna go from there. So anyways, here we go. All right, so we're taking a look at my hybrid team. So off the top, I'm just gonna say I think, and this is coming from the perspective of, again, I said it earlier, if you care about more or less competitive in the game, and you want to kind of excel, right? You're going to, if you're a free player or a budget player, you're probably going to be better off ignoring most of the banners and only summoning on banners that can progress maybe a few teams, 3, 4, maybe even 5 teams, because sometimes there's going to be some bleed across. Like, for example, all these Trunkses are all future. Like, there's some bleed through between teams. Vegeta family as well is also represented halfway throughout this hybrid variation, right? Like, there's some bleed through. So you should probably be prioritizing a few teams. Now, from the other side of things, if you're just a collector and you don't mind summoning on everything, you don't care about PvP, you just want to have the characters, you want to have them, you don't care if they're at low stars, whatever the case is, there's still going to be probably some good ideas in this video for characters and teams you might want to build out otherwise, depending on your options, right? So definitely still listen through regardless, but today's video is all about kind of min-maxing and going from there. So to give you guys a little bit of a look at how things are going, I started this account about 8 months ago for the 2-year anniversary. At that time, I made the decision to prioritize pretty much a few teams, and those teams were Future, God Key, and GT. Now, I don't care about GT right now until the devs of the game start caring about GT. I don't care about GT because it's pretty apparent at the moment they don't care about GT. I made a whole video, and I guess I'll leave this down below as well, talking about what they need to do to make GT relevant, because their issue with GT is that they don't know how to make GT relevant and make the characters want to stay on GT as opposed to building other teams. That's a whole different topic. I'm not getting into it. I don't care about that here right now. Just know I decided to prioritize GT. The team's very outdated, needs a handful of new characters and potentially multiple Zenkais, whatever the case is, to be modern, right? Quote unquote modern. But they're one of my teams that I do have highly starred and built because of the step ups to the anniversary, etc. But the other teams, again, Future and God Keep, right? So there's a lot that I have, and there's a lot that I don't have, right? Just typical free-to-play stuff. Like, this is not surprising, shouldn't be surprising to anybody that plays the game. There's going to be a large disparity in some of my stars, as is going to be the case with some of you guys. Like, for example, I think I have LF Vegeta, the green one, at like 7-star. Like, there's like things like that that are going to be a little bit of a discrepancy, right? Yeah, I do. He's at 7-star. And other characters are going to be a little lower, whatever the case is. Again, typical free-to-play stuff. Mismatched numbers of Zenkais. Characters on my account as well that I can Zenkai, like this Legends Road Gotenks or Fury Broly, that I didn't get around to Zenkai Awakening because I am a father, I'm a husband. I don't have time to play this account as much as I would like to. Just you know, consider that. So again, the account's about 8 months old. So anyways, hybrids. I thought that at the time, right, Red Trunks was the first discounted at 7,000, which is hilarious to say, discounted at 7,000 CC. But again, if you didn't know, they used to be 20,000 for a Zenkai 7, so that is a massive change. Anyways, they should be free, but they're not ready for that discussion. Anyways, so yeah, Red Trunks, I enjoyed him a lot at the time. He fit my mold of Future and stuff like that, and he's helped me a lot. I like him, and I think he's definitely better than people give him credit for being. Now, as you notice, I've kind of went kind of wider with my roster as opposed to going towards like Zenkai 7, which I will eventually do, but not all Zenkai 7s, or I guess technically Zenkai 6, because that's where they get the last unique. Not all of them are created equally. Some characters you don't need to go to Zenkai 7 to get most of the effectiveness out of, because their last unique is probably irrelevant. It's not that good, or whatever the case is. Some of them you need to get them at least to Zenkai 6 or 7 in order to really see what they can do. I mean, technically that's all of them, because you're going to get the Zenkai stat increase and blah blah, but talking about unique abilities, that could be a whole different video. If you guys want to see that, get this video to 2,000 likes. That's going to be our goal, and definitely leave that in the comments. So here's a look at Vegeta fam. Again, I didn't have enough time to finish that red Vegeta. I know it sucks, but I still get his health boost. And yeah, what I would do is I would love for Green Trunks to be acquired, so I can sub out that Vegeta. Vegeta's pretty good, the green one, but Green Trunks is just, he's a monster, so I'd rather have Green Trunks. But otherwise, there's some God Keys, some Future, some Vegeta fan. It's all Vegeta fan, but there's some mismatching of the abilities. But I do have the powerful characters to make it all work. And really on this team, the idea is I can use whoever I want. I love having a full rainbow. Let me know if you guys are the same. Leave a like if you agree. But I love having a full rainbow of usable characters, right? I hate having only 3 characters on a team and having a set designated 3. Now, that might be the case with some of my other teams due to my options, but I hate that. I've always hated that idea of you need to take only these 3 into every match. I love having all 5 options at least as a color represented on my team. So here's a look at Future. Can I build another Future team? Can I build a better Future team? Let's take a look at Future. I'm pretty sure this might be an outdated reference. Not exactly. I mean, I can improve it, but I'm cool with this. I actually am cool with this. Yeah, this might even be my optimal build, depending on who you ask. Anyways, Goku Black and Cell, I pretty much take into every match. And before Zenkai Trunks came out, that was Vegito Blue's slot. I actually like having this guy over Vegito Blue in a lot of matches. I'm not going to debate whether he's better or not. That's for you to decide if you enjoy using one character or the other. And I'm not going to run more than one Zenkai booster, so that was off the table as well. I'm not doing all that. But again, it's another scenario where I can pretty much use whoever. I guess the most outdated unit on this team is Yellow Trunks, but for me, he still can be pretty useful in certain scenarios. He's a little slow by today's standards, also gets shredded by Zenkais a little more than I'd like, but I can still use him. And again, I like having usable options. So anyways, here's a look at God Key. For this team, I pretty much use the top row, but again, Vegito is more or less, he's an option. If I need to go hyper aggressive, I'll use Vegito and have him getting the Zenkai buffs from Goku. Goku I have been prioritizing, as you guys should, as I do mention in my video, with the daily pulls, and he's 1 pull away from going Zenkai 2. Again, I've gone pretty wide with my roster, like I said, but I do hope to eventually get these characters to at least Zenkai 3 that are not there yet, right? Like this Vegeta, I want to get him there for sure. I believe with Vegeta, I unlocked his missions, and I might have did a multi as well. Anyways, so yeah, Vados is a staple in every match. Vados is probably the best support character in the game, including Zenkai Beerus, by the way. Yeah, I'm going to go there. Even though Zenkai Beerus has some really good utility. He's got that lock. That's disgusting. The disruption on Zenkai Beerus is disgusting, but he's not the Titan he was a year ago. Anyways, that being said, Vados is awesome, and I will take Vados into every match, and I'll live and die by the Vados. So, other than that, for this team, the only one I don't really love using is Merge Zamasu. He's a little outdated. Again, kind of same reasons as Trunks. A little slow by today's standards. Wants to get going a little too much. The game's a lot more fast-paced. Damage is very, very high nowadays. But he can still be pretty useful if I need to. You're seeing him on multiple teams as well because he's still got a really good Z ability for powerful opponent and stuff like that. And again, these are, as you see, like, there's a lot of the same characters on these teams. This is powerful opponent here. There's a lot of the same characters on these teams that I just kind of prioritize, and they kind of slot into different teams easily, right? And this is what I was saying in the beginning. I really kind of hyper-focus on a few teams. Got some other characters along the way because obviously all your multis and stuff are going to drop 10 characters. They're going to be discounted summons, daily free summons, whatever the case is, tickets, whatever, right? So I've picked up these characters throughout the way or along the way. I also have used like multi-Z power and things like that on my units, but again, the characters are slotting across. So for this team, I can use whoever. I actually like Turles a lot more than most people do, so he's fine by me. Powerful opponent team represented here. I don't have Broly. I don't have Kid Buu. They would definitely be a better blue than the Cell, but Cell's pretty good. I haven't done a formal video for him, but he's pretty good. All right, so here's a look at my free-to-play Fusions team. I wish I had got Gogeta Blue. Did not. He would have slotted as my yellow, most likely. Other than that, though, I don't have Zenkai Gogeta. I can actually unlock that by doing the 2000 mission thing. I have a lot of hard mode to do, but I'm kind of just saving that for when I really see like a GT buff, because I said I don't care about the team until they do. I think at some point they're going to just say, okay, it's GT's turn to get 5 or 6 new characters, and they're going to mega buff the hell out of the team, and I'll be here for it, because my GT team, like I said, it's pretty highly starred, right? If they decide that they're going to Zenkai some of these units, I'll be in a good spot, hopefully, assuming they're, you know, the top row characters. It's probably going to be these units down here that I don't have at all, but whatever. So what was I looking at? Oh, I was looking for Fusion Warrior, excuse me. Fusion Warrior is a team that I think this team is a good one to invest in, but it's not like top tier in my opinion in terms of the teams you should invest in, just because there's a finite pool of characters here. I think the priority should be for most players like teams like Powerful Opponents, or the family teams as well, or like a regular Sand team or God Key. I think those are like the cream of the crop teams. I should have said this in the beginning, but there is a second tier below that, and I think that's where you place this team. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean they're not good or they're not comparable to those teams. I don't have the variation of the team where you run Gogeta, obviously, which would make this team so much better. Red Gogeta Zenkai, he's a monster, right? And maybe some of the other characters like Super Vegito are waiting for Zenkais. That's not the point. The point is the relevance going forward. Aside from Zenkais, their character pool is kind of slim, right? Because there's only so many options they're going to ever get, because there's only so many fusions, right? So I enjoy fusions overall, but that's kind of it. Now here's a look at my regen team. I will be subbing this dude. I will be subbing this dude for the new Boo. I need another yellow, but I will be subbing him for the new free-to-play Rising Battle Boo. I have not begun farming him yet. Have been a little busy with my other account and getting him going on my other account. So there's that. And yeah, we're back to hybrids. I obviously would like for hybrids to to extend a little further and have like Gohan Zenkai. I'm just not there yet. I have him at 4-star, like 4-star, yeah, 4-star, but I can't use that right now. He's not good right now, so I'd rather use Trunks and kind of go from there. So that's kind of a look at it. Like I said, hybrids also is in that top tier as well, because they're going to get good characters going forward. Some of the main characters are hybrid Saiyans as well, so it's one of the teams to prioritize. But I think Powerful Opponent / Regen, they're kind of the same thing. Not exactly, but sort of. But that's the main antagonist teams. Most of the antagonists slot into either or both of those teams, so that's good value to plug and play on different slots, as you guys have seen throughout my roster. And I think that's pretty much it. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think about the way I prioritized and things like that. I started out getting to rank 50 every time. Now I'm just a little too busy to go to 50 on this account, and I'm more or less normalizing around mid-40s, and that's kind of where I'm just going, because I play when I can. Like right now I'm going to play a couple matches and just log out and get to recording some matches on my other account. So anyways, hope you all enjoyed. If you did, hit a thumbs up. If you found it helpful, hit a thumbs up as well. Subscribe, share the video with your friends. Have an awesome day. Again, check out the videos on the screen and or down below in the description, and I'll see all of you in the next one.